You guys really seem to turn the corner in the second half on Saturday. What did you see that maybe helped with that?
I think the kids started believing in what they're doing. We went down and scored with that drive, and all of a sudden, you never know what's going to turn a football team. And we started believing. We get that thing into the fourth quarter. We got a chance. We get that field goal. It's an 8-point ball game. Or if we get a touchdown out of that, that's a different ball game. But the one thing I was looking for is what was going to spark this team, and that was the one thing, at that point that it's like, okay, these kids are ready to play again. We're back to, what I've thought this ball club would be. You got to play with excitement. It's all mental.
You talked after your first couple of games about how it was going to turn. Right. You said, I don't know whether it's this week or next week. Obviously, you're disappointed with a loss, but was the East Carolina game that turning point for you?
I really believe it was. The challenge is going to be when we come out against Cincinnati, can we carry that type of intensity into the game? That's going to be the defining moment, I think. And you can see it's a different step in these kids right now. They've got a little confidence. There's some spring in their step. They feel good about themselves. And that's the whole key in college athletics. It's about mindset, and those kids got to believe.
Are you treating this bye week any differently than the previous one?
Well, not really. We got to continue to grow, but the other thing bye weeks are good for is you get healed up. And we were a banged-up team coming into that East Carolina game, and we were as beat up as I've ever been, I think, from a football standpoint. But this gives us an opportunity to get healthy, and we're just going to keep working on what we work on and try to build. We'll add a few things, whereas this thing grows offensively and defensively, which we need to, and fine-tune some things. But by Monday next week, we're all focused on Cincinnati.
You mentioned feeling good, getting healthy. You left some guys home this weekend. Some guys were sitting out of practice. Any injuries you can update for us?
Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape, really. A lot of these guys are just preventative. They'll probably practice by Wednesday or Thursday of this week. I try to shorten practice down so they're hour and 30 minutes, hour and 40 minutes, so these kids can get off their feet a little bit. And, I don't think we got anything real glaring that guys are going to come back, knock on wood, that's going to keep guys out for too long.
Talk about what you saw from KC on Saturday. He had a good day.
I was so proud of him. He's overcome some adversity, and that was really the game where he decided that he was going to become a football player, I think. He lowered his pads. He was violent on the boundary. Came up big on special teams, got that forced fumble, caught that screen game. I think he had around 90 yards all-purpose, and that's what I've been waiting for him to do. I love the dog. The dog's, and that's what you want to see as a coach. You want to see kids have success, and it's been a long time for Casey, and I think he's going to be a heck of a player now. He's got his confidence back.
Is his performance Saturday part of the reason why Kevin Pope got some run at linebacker today?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Kevin Pope's too good a player not to have on the field as many snaps as he can. I about wore him out last year, playing both ways, but he'll play a little bit of running back if they need him, but I'm taking him back at linebacker where he's going to play a bunch there too. So I just can't leave athletes sitting on the bench. I got to have them on the field.
Did Kevin lobby for that at all while he was sharing time on offense? Did he say he wanted to go back to defense, or was this all your decision?
Well, we talked a little bit about putting him in the nickel, but he was pretty high profile in the offense. He was a big part of what they were doing, and now KC limits Kevin's role a little bit, so I can take Kevin and play him on defense. He started for us for a year last year, and he was a really solid backup before then. He's played a lot of snaps defensively, so I just can't see leaving an athlete sitting on the bench when you can get him on the field. I don't care where he plays.
What does he add to your defense when you bring him back?
He has leadership and toughness. He's out there today. He never missed a beat. He's making all the adjustments, making all the checks. I'm going to play him inside at that buck. He played inside of Mike last year. I'm playing him at buck where he can help us in some leadership stuff in there too, because that's part of the problem we're having on defense is we're young and inexperienced and we're not getting lined up right half the time.
Garrett?
You talk about guys kind of seeing increased time. Is Dion somebody that might see increased time?
Yeah, he went through a little tough time there. Got a shoulder dinged up and made a couple of bad decisions with the ball, but he showed pretty well in that game too. That catch on the sidelines, that's a big time catch. Shoot, that tells me that he wants to play and he's ready to do the other things.
Garrett Kirstich threw for over 300 yards. I think had the second most completions in a game in SMU history. Is that simply a comfort level, getting used to it after sitting and waiting for 3 years, or What are the biggest areas of improvement you saw from him?
Well, he just gets better every week. You know, he was a kid we were talking about not even bringing in to fall camp. Now he's our starting quarterback, and he's starting to work on some records and stuff. So, yeah, I'm so proud of that kid where he's at. I mean, the thing you look for is he's a leader as a football player. He's hard to keep off the field, and you know his performance Saturday was really gutsy, and the kids are starting to rally around him. You notice the offensive line's got a lot better. We only had 2 sacks. He likes to take credit for both of them, but that's the kind of kid he is. I mean, I'll give him one, but the offensive line created the other one. But you know, it's good to see that, and that's what we need. I mean, that's what any football team needs. Guys step up and let's go play. He
talked after the game about the offensive line. You got a chance to look at the film. What did they do so much better?
They're just getting a lot better fundamentally. They're just, you know, as the season grows, you get added reps and more experience, you just start playing better. And you can either go either way with it. You can either go the other way where you can't play at all, or you go and get better and better, and we've got better.
You had Clement Fox speak to the team after practice. How did that come about, and what was his message to the team?
Well, he had contacted me when we had that problem with social media, guys, you know, disappointed in team stuff, and he said he wanted to be positive, be a part of it. And you know, my thing with this program is it's going to take all of us to get the SMU program to where it needs to be. I need the alumni back. I need them rallied around. I'm going to do some different things as the head coach as we start having success to generate some excitement around here. I thought that we've become flat, and I kind of feel like a lot of the alumni feel like they've been left out, and they want to become a part of it. Now's the time to jump on. Let's go. Okay, I need to help, and I think these guys love to be a part of it. So we'll do some more things, keep getting these guys more and more involved, and I think our kids appreciate it. They don't want to just hear from the kids that have been here the last 5 years. They need to hear from the Pony Express. They need to hear from all the really guys that were great football players here.